this is supposed to be good from 1 to 30 months. And you know what? They never worked for my daughter, and they never worked for my son either. So I don't know if they worked for you, but they never worked for me. A bunch of teethers. So, you know, all shapes and sizes because they like to switch them around when they get bored. My daughter was better with these than my son. He's not really too crazy about this stuff. This little fancy looking pacifier was a waste. He doesn't like this thing. It doesn't work. There's this type of a teether, which I thought was really cool because you open it up and it's got like a little bag inside. Now you're supposed to put ice in here. You put ice, you close it up, and then you give it to them to nibble on. And it's supposed to be spill proof, leak proof, but my ice kept coming out and I was getting my kids all wet. Their clothing was getting all wet, so I hate this thing. I don't use it after that experience. But I don't know if I just have a faulty one because it's supposed to be leak proof, but it's not. Medicine, and this one is good from 1 month till 6 years old. It's Corizalia. I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing that right, and it's supposed to help when they have nasal congestion, runny nose, and sneezing. I don't really find this too helpful. I mean, their nose is still going to be runny. Maybe it might give them a little bit of comfort, but my experience, this was never really helpful. But it's a really good homeopathic brand, which could work for you. I mean, just never really worked for me. Boogie wipes, these are great. These ones smell like grapes, and they're so nice because when your kid has a leaky nose, tissues really start to hurt them and they irritate them. So these are nice and soft, and they smell great, and they're fabulous on the nose when you're leaky. On the subject of colds, this here is a baby Vicks, and as you can see, I use that a lot. When my kid has a fever, I put this on her feet, on her back, on her chest, and it seems to help the fever go down. So it's a good option instead of always using medicine. Sometimes this alone will work, so it's a good thing to try it. Try this first. If not, I mean, it makes her feel better, makes her breathe a lot better. So this is a good thing to have on hand. I mean, we used to try this as an ear thermometer. The ear thermometer that I have here is summer. Never worked. The temperature was always wrong. One was not so bad. It has 3 different settings. It has like a baby who does not walk yet. Then it has the crawler and the walker. So you can put it on your different settings. It's less than 3 months, 3 to 36 months, and then 36 months plus. This is a nice one, but my favorite was this Braun one. And I found that this one was always very accurate. It also has 3 settings. It has the 0 to 3 month setting, the 3 to 36, and then the 36 months plus settings. We put this under the arm, and it works very well. It's Children's Advil, comes with a little cap, and it tells you how much to pour or how much to give, the dosage, depending on age and weight. So I keep both. This is for ages 24 months or 2 years to 11 months. Oh, sorry, 11 years. So I keep both because sometimes I would give Tylenol and the Tylenol wouldn't work. So if the Tylenol is only good for 4 hours before you can give another dose, you can give Advil right away. You don't have to wait. So I always like to do that, to use one and then the other and see which one works better. These ones in the house, and this is an Advil for up to 2 years. So you can use this on babies as well. So 0 to 3 months, you'd have to ask your doctor about the dose that you would use for that. So I know when we vaccinated my son, we've always needed these for mild fevers, and it's probably just like 1 ml. Tylenol is the same thing, 0 to 23 months. For vaccines, I found that Tylenol is best because when it's a mild fever, this is usually enough. If it's a stronger fever, then I would use the Advil. Just if they have a stuffy nose dirty nose, it's really good to clean it out with some saline drops. So I first bought these saline drops, which are good for infants. Like, you can use this on babies too, and you just put a couple of drops in the nose, but you have to make sure that you tilt their head so that you're not putting this down their throat when you're putting it in their nose. And then, you know, this is what I had first used, and I used to try to use this fancy looking Graco nose sucker. This doesn't really work. Okay, it makes a lot of sound. It doesn't do much. Okay, it's got barely any suction. This comes off. All of this comes off for you to clean. Okay, even this comes off. This comes off. I mean, function-wise, you'd think this would be fabulous, but it doesn't really suck very well. I mean, this is what I end up using. This is called a nose sucker, and it is a really fabulous nose sucker. It's like you put this part in your mouth, you put this part in the kid's nose, and you suck out all that booger. And it sounds really, really gross, but I love it. It's amazing. It's like using a straw. The air that you're using goes here, but you know, you never get any booger in your mouth. Don't be worried or scared that that's going to happen. All the pieces come off. Again, you can wash this so easily. Even this thing comes off, and all the booger gets trapped inside this thing. It'll actually never even come up this way. It'll probably just stay in the bottom. And you can open this. It comes with these replacement sponges, okay? And you can wash this out really, really well, and then just put the whole thing back together and use it again and again. Now, this is the same one I had for my daughter, and I use it for my son. So you only have to buy it once, and I believe it was $15, but so worth it. Instead of using these, I discovered that this is so much better. Okay, this is seawater, and it's for babies. And the way that this works is you just, again, tilting your child's head a little to the side and a little bit back so that you're not putting this up their throat. You just want to get inside the nostril area. You just squirt it out, and this little bit of a mist comes out. I don't know if you can see that, but let me try. Okay, so there you go. It's like a little mist. It's very soft. They don't even notice that you did it. And then you use your nose sucker and just suck all that stuff right out. When it comes to nasal aspirators, I think I've tried them all. I've also tried this one, HydroSense. And inside here, it comes with some vials that are like little liquid drops that you can use, very similar. And it also gives you a similar nose sucker. Okay, so once again, you'd put this part inside your child's nostril, and this part goes in your mouth, and you suck. Nothing will come in your mouth. Don't be worried about that happening. And then you just take the whole thing apart, and you can wash it really easily as well. And it comes with these replacement things. And this is basically what's stopping the booger from coming up into your straw, is this little film right there. Nursing. If you are nursing, it's good to get yourself a pump. I have this Medela pump, and this is one that I really love to use. I've tried other ones. This is my favorite. It's painless, so it looks like that. You attach all the wires that you need, and it's amazing. It comes with your own bottles, so you can store your stuff in. Okay, top of here. Okay, you put this there. To your pump. Comes in a cute little bag, so you can take it anywhere. And this one would go here. This one would go here. And that's it. And then you're ready to pump away. And then it comes with some other little accessories as well. So if you want to pump and store that in your fridge, then use the same bottle to give them the milk with. It comes with a nipple part like that. I never used this, so I don't know how this part works, but I've used the pump, and the pump is amazing. You may experience getting cracked nipples or sore nipples. I've used this Medela Tender Care Cream, and you just rub a little bit of this on your fingers. Rub your fingers together, put it on your nipples, and it works like a charm. It's amazing. So don't give up. Try using this. And this is edible. You won't have to wipe it off before feeding your baby. Okay, it's okay if they get this in their mouth. Nothing will happen. Nursing pads to use are these Lancino nursing pads. And I've tried every nursing pad out there. These ones are the best by far. So it comes with little stickers. You can take the stickers off, plunk them in your bra. They're really highly absorbent. They're fabulous that way. Nursing pads come with, each box will come with its breast milk storage bag. And it's amazing so that if you're freezing your milk, it comes with, you know, the bag to freeze it in. And it comes with these two. Date them. You can say how much the volume of your milk is. And I have tried Zincofax. I have tried Vaseline is great, even without a diaper rash, just to use it on a daily basis is amazing. Okay, I have tried Aveeno diaper rash, and my favorite of these two is neither one. I like to use Pseudo-Cream. This is my favorite. It's very cool on the skin. It heals so fast. Every time I use this, I notice even like an hour later, the redness looks like it's completely gone. Baby powder. I have this baby powder, and you know what? I never used it. I don't really know what the point of using baby powder is. I just don't get it. And apparently, it's not good for you anyways. It causes cancer. So I have this. I think I might as well throw it in the garbage because it's useless to me. I use this on my baby's scalp every time it looks like they're very dry. I put a bunch of this on their head and just comb it out before a bath, and it's great. So for lotions, we use Johnson's & Johnson's, which is good for daily baths or daily moisturizing. But if you want something stronger, Aveeno Baby, this is a good one. The Aveeno Baby Eczema Care is amazing. This is pricey, but I think it's worth it when they have eczema. There is an Eczema Care body wash, which I never liked because it doesn't foam. And, you know, if your kid's like mine, she likes to play with the bubbles in the bath. And this, I feel like, is just wasted. As soon as I put it in the water, I don't even notice it anymore. It doesn't smell like anything. I feel like I can't soap up with it. I can't create any kind of foam. So I wouldn't really get this. This is Avent, and these are really good too. They're really big. You can turn them, but the problem with this one is I always have to open it for her. She doesn't know how to open it, and it's pretty hard for me to even do sometimes. You have to turn it all the way around. It's supposed to be spill proof, but it drips. For my baby, we started off with this Nubby bottle. And the Nubby bottle is really good. This is a 3 months plus bottle. And this one came with two nipple replacements. This one's like a spout. The other one was more like a nipple. But he liked this one to chew on it. So this is really good when they're starting to learn how to drink from a bottle, because not much water comes out. So it's good. Favorite of all time has always been these Munchkin bottles. I don't know how many of these I've gone through. I mean, I always keep spares in the house. Here's my spare replacement just in case it breaks for some reason. But these are our all-time favorite. My baby uses this. My daughter uses this. My baby is 6 months. My daughter is 2. And they are fabulous. It's easy for them to open by themselves. Okay, she always opens it alone. They can drink from any angle. So if they're laying down, they can drink if you hold this thing upside down. Look at that. No liquids falling out. This thing is absolutely spill proof. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. You need to get one of those. Avent bottle, and my daughter had a hard time drinking from a bottle. So when we got her this, it's supposed to teach them how to drink. She had a hard time drinking from a cup. So when we got her this, it's supposed to teach them how to drink from a cup, because it presses down the same way you would when you're drinking from a glass, and it worked. So she used this, then she learned how to drink from a glass the same day. Really good. So buying these kinds of sippy cups, please make sure that you remember when you're washing them, you got to pop off this stuff right here, because a lot of grime and mold gets stuck underneath. So you need to really pop these off and wash underneath. I think a lot of times we forget that, and when the water gets trapped under there, it starts to build mold, and then your kid's gonna get sick. Nets are so cute, and they're amazing. I like to put fruit in them. So you put your fruit inside, you close it up, and then you give it to your baby. I have here a toy cleaner. This is a really good toy cleaner. We spray this, we wipe it, and we put soup in here. And it's always been hard to get my daughter to have soup, but you know what? She loves drinking it out of these straw bowls. They're so cute. And your plates. This is something I had to learn the hard way. Buy plates that don't have any pictures on it, that are just look like that. Reason being, if you buy them with a picture, my paper peeled right off. And that's no good. Alright, so if you like what you see, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment for me. If you have a product that you really like using and you want to share it with me, feel free to leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear what you have to say. If something that I mentioned here, you know, maybe works for you, let me know. I wonder if I'm doing something wrong with it, or if there's something out there that I haven't really found before. I would love to know what works for you as well.